This is Julian from the Bearded Gents, and today we're going to do an episode of Straight Out of Shrinkwrap. This is episode 2, and we're going to be talking about a Sega game. So let's get ready to check that out. VectorMan 2 is the game we're going to talk about on episode 2 of Straight Out of Shrinkwrap. As you can see here, the original price was $69.96 from Zellers, which even seems high for when this game came out. But that is irrelevant because I didn't pay near $70 for this particular game. And as you can see, still sealed completely. There's your shrink wrap lines. Still has the plastic hang tag. And you can check out everything on the back of the box. All the stuff that you expect for a classic Sega game is there. Everything on the back of the box is what you'd expect it to be. You have the tagline, VectorMan is back. Description, screenshots, one player. We're gonna open this up and see what a brand new Sega Genesis game came within the box, straight from the factory, from a store shelf to you if you bought this brand new when it came out. So, without further ado, we're going to open this bad boy up. Before we get going on the gameplay, I just wanted to mention that this adapter that I found for Game Gear, anything will actually work with it from a car adapter. See here I have my Sega Game Gear car adapter, which uses the same yellow plug-in for the 32X. It has the small yellow tip for the AC adapter, which Sega went to with some of their later consoles. So this will work with the Game Gear. It also plugs in the back to the 32X. But as you can tell, it's a car adapter. How is that going to work? Because obviously you're not going to have a cigarette lighter in your house that will plug into. Well, I came across this guy here. It's a Mad Catz adapter, but it lets you plug in a regular car adapter into an AC jack. This will work with any car adapter. So if you have a Game Boy one, because you lose your AC adapter, links, whatever. If you have the car adapter, you can find one of these. They're pretty cheap. You can plug your car adapter into it, hook it into your wall, and you're ready to go. So I thought that would be something worth mentioning in this video. So we have VectorMan 2, and now we're going to open this up and see what's in the box. There's probably a lot of people out there in internet lands that are want to know why I keep doing this, and it's because I can. So here's the inner tray. We have the game, and when the Sega Genesis went to this style of boxes, 32X used these cardboard inserts. You have to pull open the little tab to get all your inserts out. So, registration card, booklet for and on the back we got an advertisement for the Sonic 3D Blast, because that was such a great one. This is when you really start to appreciate retro games, because you get a full booklet, contents, you actually get a story that you can read through that tells you what's going on. And since this is a sequel, it'll give you a little bit of what happened in the first game, how we got to this point. And now you got your controls, your morph controls, because you can take different forms from different power-ups and other things you'll unlock as you go through the game that you can do. Kind of Metroid style, but a little bit different. And you have your control options, power-ups, the breakdown of your health meter, what's on the screen for your character stats, the different weapons, what kind of bonus rounds you can get to. I always like these parts, the survival guides, sometimes they call them player tips, and it's just a little bit of advice that Sega or the company that made the game gives you to let you know how not to die. Kind of ironic, but still entertaining. And then you have a list of the enemies that are in the game with a picture of them so you know which one's which. So when it kills you, you know what to curse at. And it looks like you even get a rundown of some of the maybe boss characters. And on the back you have a advertisement for Sonic 3D Blast. And like I mentioned previous in this, a modern game, you might get a sheet of paper that tells you where to go to look at the manual online. No story, no nothing. These are really cool, and this is one thing I miss about video gaming and why I always look for retro games, if I can get them especially brand new, to get the enjoyment of this. It reminds me of when I was a kid and going to a Toys R Us or a Kmart or someplace like that, getting a brand new game, getting to the car, opening that box up, and pulling that manual out, reading it on the way home, getting all excited. It was part of the experience. And with a Sega game, you're getting something that's going to be challenging, but really fun. And this doesn't smell like a CDI game. This doesn't smell like crap. This is going to be a good experience for everybody. And there's the reason why I do these Straight Outta of Shrinkwrap videos. Now we're going to throw this in and show you some gameplay, so if you run across this game out in the wild, you know what to expect. So, here we are, VectorMan 2. Let's see what we got in the options. Alright, sound effect, music, button controls, credits, contest winner. Yes, they do have contest winners for the first game, which we'll be talking about in a later video. We're going to do a retrospective over VectorMan 1 and 2 at a later date. So we'll talk about that later. Let's get into the game. So we have a little cinematic intro here. This is blast processing at its best. And now shit goes down. This is where they must have got the idea for the fall scene in Hot Rod, because that took forever. Well, that thing's gonna hit me every time. So, that's what happens when you die, and you get credits. Let's try one more. So, we have to do the whole descending thing again. As you notice on this playthrough here, did drop the difficulty level, so we can actually maybe see a little bit more of the game. Because this is not a full review. Just kind of what you would do if you got a brand new Genesis game back in the day. And I just got a power up. And you got some pretty good voice capture in this game there, you can hear it. Let's see if we can get to a boss. Guess I should have stayed down here. Alright, upgrade. So maybe we won't get to that boss fight. So I guess what they don't tell you is that VectorMan is actually a cyborg George Kai, because he just said, "Oh my." See if we get another power up here. And we did. Should have saved that. Oh, don't make me climb up the tree again. Yeah, that is very handy. Alright, cool. I got to a checkpoint, so that's going to be a little bit nicer. Why do games love to make you fall backwards when you get hit? So, almost got past those guys. So we're on the last guy. Probably not going to make it to the first boss. But then again, this is pretty close to an experience if you, or the first time you got a game and you never played it before. There's going to be lots of trial and error, lots of dying, messing around with the difficulty settings to get the game figured out. You know, the lay of the land, so to speak. And this is a shield they should give you way earlier in the game because it makes life a lot easier. Too bad it doesn't last that long. And now we're getting somewhere, and I'm dead. So, there you have it, and we'll get back to VectorMan 2. And thank you for watching episode 2 of Straight Outta of Shrinkwrap. We're going to get a little more in depth on VectorMan 2 later when we go over VectorMan 1 and 2 at the same time. Maybe get some boss battles. And down in the description for this video, I'm going to have a link to our Facebook, so check that out, like us there. A link to our Twitter account so you can follow us. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe because that really helps out the channel. And thank you for watching.